here in the living room. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because I think Ruby fell asleep. On her own. I found this new app. It's called, I think it's called Huckleberry. It's on the iPad, and I'm using the iPad for this live, so I can't look. But you like put in their age, and then you put in like you track their sleep. So last night I put in when she slept, and I also did yesterday for her naps. And it tells you it's supposed to help create like a nighttime routine. So if you guys can hear me, let me know, because yesterday's people said they couldn't hear me. I am talking softer today because I think she is falling asleep. But yeah, so you put in all that information, and it's supposed to help you create a routine, and it tells you the optimal like time to put them down for them to be able to do whatever it is that, like I'm trying to get her to sleep longer at night, and it also helps them be able to put themselves to like the optimal time to put them down so they can sleep on their own, like fall asleep. I think she fell asleep. Can't hear me. Can you hear me now? If I talk louder, can you hear me? Is it just because I'm soft? Is it just like soft, can't hear me, or is it like no sound at all? Let me know. Man. Hey, little bug. Can you hear me on my live? I'm restarting my computer. Oh. Do you have your phone? Sorry, Robert's gonna check to see if he can hear. But yeah, so it helps you be able to do that. I don't want to talk if nobody can hear me. Tell him to restart the live because I can hear you. Okay. He says he can hear me, so that's good. Maybe you can restart. He said try to restart the live, and okay, so you can hear me. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna go check really quick. I'm gonna try to be super quiet and see if she's asleep, because I need to be able to log the time in the app that she fell asleep. But today is Friday, and you can see I'm sitting down in our living room. The playroom is already picked up. I can show you really quick. There's just like a few little things on the floor, but that's all right. Today I'm doing a coffee. I got my coffee. A coffee and chat. I'm just gonna chit chat about some things while I fold my laundry. I have 2 loads of laundry here that need to be folded, and then I need to start another one. I want to get caught up on laundry. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. Friday. But yeah, we've got a lot going on today, and a lot going on in our life, like in the next coming weeks. So I'm going to be going over all of that in just a second. I'm going to go check on the baby, make sure she fell asleep. And yeah, go ahead while I'm doing that. Go ahead and grab your coffee. Make yourself a coffee if you don't have one yet, or tea, or water, or whatever it is you drink at this time of day, because for some people this might be night. So I will be right back. Actually, I really need a refresher. This is almost gone. I almost drank it all. Okay, I'll be right back. she fell asleep on her own. She really didn't even cry. She like whined just a little bit and then fell asleep. She is in a swing, but better than it's better than what we have been doing. So that allows me to get some things done and not have to hold her. First things first. I will talk to you guys about. Let me put this back a little bit so I have room. So there's this app that I use. Actually, it's not an app. It's music that I play for. That I found to play for her when she's sleeping. Oh, this has. I found it on. It's on Amazon Music, which I really don't use very much. But the other day I was just like, I'm just gonna try to find something. I wanted like something for them to listen to while they were taking a bath. Some fun like bath time music. And because I'm really trying to keep them away from TV, except we still do watch TV to fall asleep. But during the day we really don't watch it for the girls. So yeah. Anyways, bath time. I'm trying to get this food off of here. It's like this is like my favorite outfit. So I found this. I don't know what you would call it on Amazon Music. Channel or an album. I don't know. But I searched like lullabies, like lullaby sleep or something. But it is a channel. I'll have to look at it when I go in to tell you guys what it's called. But it's scripture made into a lullaby. So, and you can just play it. Like it can just repeat. And this has like 10 or so songs. And it's just like scripture verses that are made into like really pretty lullabies. And I just thought that was a nice way for her to be able to sleep. So I've listened to it before. This is my second time using that station. And I really like it. It's really soft, and because there are some like lullaby things that it's like it can have like really high pitched noise, and that I feel like wakes them up. Or like sometimes even like faster stuff, and I just want something slow and calming. And then of course, I mean, listening to scripture is always great. So yeah. Okay. Oh, this was one of my favorite dresses for Magnolia. And now Ruby gets to wear it. Well, she's worn it once and it has a stain on it. But it's okay. Just put a bib on. But it's a 3 to 6 month, and Ruby is already like growing out of that, and it wasn't cold enough yet for her to wear it. Oh well. So what we have got going on. So recently we had a lot of trees taken down in our side lot. So if you don't know much about our house, we live in a neighborhood, but it's an old neighborhood. And I say neighborhood, not subdivision, because it's not a subdivision. It's like an old neighborhood. And our lots are really big. And so we have about 1.25 acres total. So our side lot is almost 1/4 acre. And we had a lot of, we've been cutting down trees over there since we moved in. And same with our backyard. Our backyard was a jungle. Robert and I actually looked up pictures. Well, Robert did. Looked up pictures of what our backyard looked like when we first moved in, because I couldn't remember. And I could not believe the amount of trees we had back there. I completely just like, I just didn't remember that. Oh, there's like a pocket back here. Huh. That's nifty. yeah, I couldn't believe the amount of trees we had back there. Like I had completely forgotten about them. But we've been slowly cutting down trees um, in the sidewalk because we want to extend our driveway sideways. Because right now we can just fit one car, and that's really hard when you're trying to like leave and you have like one car after the other, and like maybe you're the first car and there's 3 or 4 cars deep and they all got to move. So we wanted to be able to expand it sideways so that we could do side by side. And so yeah, we just recently got our last trees cut down over there, and we had the stumps grinded. Um, so it's ready, and I think like next week we are having the guy come and grade our backyard. So our backyard also had lots and lots of trees. Robert and his dad cut down a lot of them on their own, and then we've also had some professionally. Something is wrong with your audio. I don't know. Robert, can you hear me? Maybe I'm not talking loud enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it just that one person that can hear you?
Well, it's a different person that said it. Yeah, there's a few people that are saying that they can't hear, but there are people saying that they can hear. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the backyard. Robert and his dad cut down a lot of trees, but also we've had a lot professionally cut down, and we've had the stumps grinded back there, and just sounds like you're not talking loud. I know, because the baby's sleeping. I might need to shut her door so I feel like I can talk. I'll try to talk a little bit louder. Um, so I wonder if I can show you the backyard. I don't know if I can even show you. Let me see. I'll try to hold it up. So here's our backyard. You can see. It's pretty big.
Yeah, let's try this for the audio count.
Okay, Robert's gonna try something for the audio.
I think what it is you're just talking really softly.
Yeah.
Put that on with this facing up.
On where? Anywhere?
Just anywhere, yeah.
Robert's gonna try something for the audio, you guys.
Say something?
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Should I put it up like really close to my...
No, you're good. That's good right there. But just give them a second because...
Someone said great.
Great?
Good. Loud and clear. Much better. Hey, there we go. We use this for weddings.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting the guys to come and grade the backyard because the dogs have been digging holes, and then just like the amount of rain that we just get like puddles everywhere, like big puddles, and it's like standing water, and then it doesn't run off correctly away from the house. And so I feel like it's, gonna affect the house eventually. And so we're getting it fixed. So they're coming to grade the backyard, and we have big dreams for our backyard. And it's like a little overwhelming because it is such a big space. But I really want, okay, so we have a shed back there. I'm not like super happy with the placement of the shed, only because when I'm sitting in the backyard, and because Magnolia loves to play back there because she can just run, but she likes to explore and she likes to do things on her own. So she wants to walk around on her own and do her own thing, which is fine. But when she goes on the back side of the shed, I can't see her. And we've had snakes in the backyard. We have big spiders. And so I just don't want anything to happen and me not be able to see it. Like if she got hurt, I mean, I wouldn't ever want her to get bit by a snake, but if she did, I think I would need to be able to see the snake so I could tell, the doctor, whoever it was, what kind of snake it was or if it was a spider or whatever. So I just worry about her going back behind the shed. So I wish the shed was kind of like against where our bees are. That way she can't go behind it, or I don't know what we're going to do about that shed. But we do want to get her like a big playground set eventually, and do like a kids area. So we would do, I think, like either rubber mulch or something different than grass over there, like a designated kids area, with lots of stuff for them to do. And I really like the natural playgrounds. So I've seen on Pinterest where it's like you use natural materials like stumps, and they can climb on the stumps and they can jump from stump to stump, or things like that. So I would like to do stuff like that. Robert wants to build her like a tree house in the trees, and which would be really fun. That would be way down the line. And then she really, really likes, when we got her pictures taken for school, she really enjoyed the rope swing. And so we would love to put a rope swing up. And that's something that we could do pretty inexpensively, and that we could do now. So maybe when the guys are here, they can help us put up a rope swing, because she really, really liked that. So yeah. Oh, and then we want to do an adult area, of course. So a patio. We already have a concrete patio. But like I said, big dreams. So what we would really like is to build off of our fence and make a way that we can fence off part of our side yard. And that way that side yard kind of becomes a dog yard. And not all of it, just some of it, because our dogs do not like to be outside. They would rather be inside. So they don't need to have, which is one reason why we bought the property, is because it was so big and they could run, but they don't care to do that. They don't want to run, and they just want to be inside. So a small space would be fine for them, just somewhere that we can let them out and go potty and not be in our backyard ruining it. And then also somewhere that when we have people over, because right now it's either people can be inside and the dogs are outside, or people can be outside and the dogs have to be inside. I would like for them to have their own space outside so we can have people freely coming in and out and not have to worry about the dogs. And I know we could probably just put them in one of the bedrooms, but I really don't like that because they get up on the furniture, jump up on the bed, and I'm just not about having dogs in the bed. So there's that. So yeah, big dreams, big hopes for the backyard. And then when spring comes, we really would like to do a big flower garden for the bees.
a lot of pollen, like bee specific flowers. And we do want to continue our fence going down the side. Our neighbors are not the friendliest people towards us. So we would like to have our fence extend all the way. So because I get bad anxiety when we're outside and Magnolia is outside and the neighbors are outside. I get bad anxiety about it. And so we want to do that fence going all the way. But fences are expensive. Like Robert and his dad built that fence, put that fence up on their own, and it looks really good. But it's expensive. Like each panel, I don't even know. It was a lot. So I've recently been watching this show. We have YouTube TV. And so I've recently been watching this show. I think it comes on Bravo, but it's called Backyard Envy. And it's these landscapers in New York City. I know, landscapers in New York City. But they do like a lot of patio work and like things like that. But they've recently been going out into the suburbs and doing more suburb work. So they're doing like a little bit bigger spaces. But there's this tree that they use a lot for like privacy, like a privacy fence almost. And it's supposed to be really fragrant, smell like honey. And they said it like grows really good and it's pretty like low maintenance. And so it's something laurel. I keep wanting to say like a mountain laurel, but I don't think that's what it's called. But it's something laurel, and I'll have to watch them a little bit more and like write down what it's called. But maybe, and they said that it's cheaper than doing a fence, and so they use it if they have to put up if the client would like a fence but they can't afford the fence, that it's good for that. So I will have to look it up, and that might be an option if it's cheaper. If it's also cheaper here, like it is there. Oh, I love these overalls. Oh, these might be getting too small for her. 3 to 6 months. They just grow. Babies grow too fast. And they can't wear all the cute things as much as you want them to. Oh. I love these overalls. I like very simple clothes for my kids. And Gap is really good with that, like simple clothes. And look at these cute overalls. They just got like a little flutter sleeve detail, but other than that, they're just like plain crisscross in the back. Oh, so cute. These were Magnolias. Also, pretty much everything was Magnolias. Poor Ruby doesn't get anything new. Yeah. So, what else? Magnolia is loving school. I dropped her off this morning and she goes, bye, and just like walks in. And they have to do temperature checks before they can go in every morning. And this morning when she went to go do her temperature check, she like put her forehead in like that, like, here you go. Take my temperature. Before she like didn't really like it being done. And now she's like, here you go. She's silly. Okay, so a little bit more about house plans. Like I said, we have a lot going on. So we've been living in this house. I don't know how long it's been. Like 6 years maybe? 6 years? Oh, Robert and I's anniversary is coming up on Tuesday, I think it is, the 20th. Whatever day the 20th is, it'll be 8 years. So I think we've been in this house for 6 years. And let me tell you, this house was great. It worked perfectly for us as a newly married couple with no kids, and we worked outside the home. Now, we work from home, and we have 2 kids. And it doesn't work so great anymore. So we're slowly figuring out how to make the space work for us. We did look into moving, but that's just, I don't think, going to be an option for us because we want to keep this house. If we moved, we would still keep this house because our city that we are in is booming. So our little part of Greenville that we live in is just like really booming. A lot of people want to move here. So the prices of homes are going up, which is good for us in a resale standpoint, but buying for us, it's like we can't find something in like what we paid for this house that is anywhere near what we need. So we would have to like go way up in the price point, which is fine. But we want to keep this house because we have such a good location. We are like so close to everything, so close to like our little downtown area, and they're just doing so much, like adding so many cute little restaurants and coffee shops and everything. So our value of our house is just going up and up and up. And so we don't want to get rid of this house because we've already paid it down pretty significantly, and we just want to hold on to it. And because we do work for ourselves, we want to build build real estate investments for later on down the road for income. So we definitely want to hold on to this house. So we're trying to make it work for us at the moment. And so one thing that we did was we moved our living room into here. So this was like a formal living room, and we did not use it. It was just like, it held stuff. And then this, where Magnolia's playroom is now, that was Robert's office. And then where Robert's office is now, that was our den. That was like our living room. It's really big. Our laundry room is in there, and it has the door to the outside. The problem with it is because we work from home, Magnolia was bothering Robert all the time when his office was here in where Magnolia's playroom is now. Because I would have to come up here and have to put laundry away or do the dishes or get snacks, and it was just like a lot of in and out, and so she would bother him. I am mixing this all up. I am putting Ruby's stuff with Magnolia's stuff. Here we go. So I had the great idea one day. I was inspired, and I thought, why don't we move the living room up here? In her playroom, she can have her own little space for a playroom, and then that way we can close off your office, like have the baby gate there. So we did that, and so far it's working pretty good. I would still like to have like a full door put up there. Actually, I would really like to have a Dutch door so that we can have the top part open, and then have like just like the bottom door shut, or have it all the way shut. That's what I would really like. Dutch doors are expensive. So maybe we can build one. But yeah, okay, so there's that. And then, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So then I had another great idea. So in our kitchen, we have like no storage. We don't have a pantry. Our pantry, if you want to call it that, is in the laundry room, and I can never get to it because, of course, laundry rooms just that's a whole mess in itself. I try to keep it clean, but it doesn't work very well. So it's kind of just become like a catch-all, and our one little spot to put food gets filled up so fast because these are original cabinets and they're not adjustable shelving. It's like set shelving. And I love our cabinets because they are so heavy duty. Like, I know that I can put anything up there and it's not going to warp or bend. It's really, really sturdy shelving, but it limits you to what you can do because you can't adjust the shelving. So I have that tiny little, like, one side for food. And so what I want to do is, I had a really great idea, I think, is to, actually, I can show you the space. Right now we have our Christmas stuff out in front of it because, you know us, we're big on Christmas. So Robert actually just cleaned out the whole shed back there and like reorganized it, and it looks so much better now. Like, we can fit more stuff in there now. And while he was doing that, he went ahead and just left all the Christmas stuff out because it's time for us to put our Christmas out. So the Christmas boxes are in the way, but I'll show you the space I'm talking about. Let me just pick up the iPad, or this whole thing, and take you over here. Yeah, you can't really tell because of all the stuff. But you see the window, and what I want to do is I want to build a window seat to go underneath that will have a lift up, like the seat part will be lift up so it can have storage down there. So I can put like cake stands, our air fryer, things that we don't use a whole lot, but they need to be in the kitchen so I can use them when I need them. And then right here where we have our Dyson, and then this is our kitchen, this is where our kitchen starts. I want to build like a built-in that goes all the way up, like our cabinets do. And I want that to be like a little closet type thing that the Dyson will still be in there, so it'll still be able to hook up. It'll just be behind closed doors. And then I can have shelves on top that can have like cleaners or things that I need to go with. Like, I can have the Dyson attachments. I can have cleaners and stuff. So it's not all underneath the sink. And then I want to do a matching one, but it'll be wider because this space is a little bit wider. So from here to this wall, I'm going to take down these. And then I'm going to go from that wall here and do the same thing, built-ins, floor to ceiling, and that'll be our pantry. So yeah, that's my idea. Again, trying to make it work for us, trying to create storage. And because we don't have, this house was built in the 60s and it just doesn't have a lot of storage. So we have to create it. Let me get you guys set up back here. So we have to create it. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. That's going to be our December project. We don't have really a whole lot of weddings in December. We only have 2 in December. And so that's going to be, I think, like our December project. I originally was planning on us building it ourselves, but we might go to Lowe's and see how much it would be if we had them like install it for us. The only thing is, it's like, it's a weird space. Like, it's not, I don't know if they're going to have like the right size to go in the space. I don't know. We'll just have to see. If you guys, yes, baby steps, exactly. We're trying to just do like a little bit here and there, and things that will really help us. And I've been trying to organize and tweak things to help us. So yeah, that's what we've been up to. Is there any other house projects I'm thinking of? Magnolia's room, they're never ending, seriously. Magnolia's room, she does not sleep in her room. She sleeps with me in bed. But I do want to, we do have her bed in there, and we are going to start trying to get her back in her bed, because she was in her bed. And then Ruby was born, and she knew that Ruby was sleeping in our room, and so she wanted to be in our room. And I'm not a fan of the cry it out method. I can't do it. I don't like it. Some people, it works for them, not for me. So we have to figure out how to get her back in there gently and kind of, I don't want to say on her own time, because it's kind of on our time, but just where she's comfortable and not afraid. Because I know I don't like sleeping in a room by myself. Like, I understand sometimes it's scary. So I don't blame her for not wanting to sleep in there by herself. So yeah. But I do want to possibly put in some of her toy things in her room. And then in her closet, we have like the bin, we have like these. Let me see if I can show you guys. Sorry, it's shaky. We have these things right here where you put like the bins in. We have that in her closet, and that was kind of used for, I don't even know. I don't know what we were planning on using them for. But I think I just saw a picture on Pinterest, and it had that in the closet, and I thought it was really pretty. That's the thing. It's hard to not see things that are like really pretty on like Pinterest and stuff, and like you want to do it, but you have to think, is it functional for you and how you and your family work? So for us, it was really pretty, but it just doesn't work. So what I think I want to do is take those actually out of the closet and put them in her room still, and have a few toys on the shelf in there, so that when she gets home from school and she just needs to have some quiet time, she can go in her room and just like play. And maybe that will help her get used to being in her room a little bit. And then that's where I want to store clothes, because that's a problem I'm having right now, is finding a place to store Magnolia's clothes that don't fit anymore, but I'm saving for Ruby, storing them someplace that is easily accessible and that I can remember that it's there. Because like when Ruby was in 0 to 3 months, I could not for the life of me, I knew I had clothes and I could not find them until she was almost she was almost out of 0 to 3 months. And then I found this huge tub of clothes, like so many clothes, 0 to 3 month. And I was like, are you kidding me? So if I can just have one space and I can have them all in the same, because I just like put them in trash bags. And then I don't know what's in there. I don't know what size is in there. So it would just be helpful if it was all in a bin and I could label the bin and they can all be in the same place. So I know where to go when she's in a new size. So I think that's where it's going to go. I think it's going to go in Magnolia's closet. If not Magnolia's closet, maybe I can do it in Ruby's closet. Because we did the same thing in Ruby's closet. We put the same shelving in there and I'm not, like, it's empty. So there's that. That's another project I'm working on. So her room right now is a disaster because I've opened up trash bags and are going through the clothes and refolding them, because they actually were folded in the trash bag, believe it or not. Refolding them and putting them in the proper bins. So there's just a lot going on. What else? Oh, we're getting a new couch today. I have a friend who is moving, and I always loved her couch. Like, whenever, like the first time I went over there, I was just like, oh man, this couch is so comfy. And every time I would go over, I would, like, if there were a lot of people over, I was really secretly hoping that there was room for me on the couch because it was so comfortable. And she is moving, her and her husband are moving. They're actually downsizing because they bought some land and they are not ready to build on it yet. So they're downsizing for a little bit to save money so they can build their house on their land. And we're buying her couch. I am so excited. She gave it to us for a really great price. This couch we got 2-3 years ago for Christmas from Robert's parents, and it worked really well for us. But now, like, it's a sectional, and it actually is like sectioned, and so it comes apart. It won't stay together. It just doesn't work in the space super well because it has this like chase on the end. And the way we have it set, the chase like comes out in front of the TV. And so no one ever sits on the chase seat because it doesn't give you a good view of the TV. I don't know. It's just, and then it's dark, and I would like something light and bright for this room to kind of brighten it up. So yeah, this couch is going to be moving into the den office area where Robert is, and hopefully we can figure out a way to cover it so the dogs don't ruin it. And then the new couch, she's gonna bring it over today. So yeah, it's not white, it's like a linen cream kind of a color. So I'm really excited about it. She actually always kept it covered, so it's really clean. She's had it for years, but it's super clean. She doesn't have kids, but she has a dog, and she said that the way that she covered it worked really great. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to buy the same covers and pretty much keep it covered most of the time so that when we have guests over, we have a nice looking couch. Just like she did all the time. So yeah, I'm excited about that. It feels nice when your home feels nice. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be fancy. I just want it to be cozy and comfortable and welcoming. So that's what we are working towards. I'm almost done to the bottom of my laundry. Oh. Look at this. Robert's parents got that for Ruby. And it has these little pants to go with it, with a little tutu. All right, guys, I think that might be it for me today. I'm getting hungry a little bit early, and I ran out of ingredients for my smoothie. I don't have frozen bananas, so I can't make my smoothie today. I'm gonna make a egg and cheese sandwich on an everything bagel. Sounds good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little coffee. I drank all my coffee already. And chat, laundry day, fold with me. So Fridays on this routine, if you're following the routine, is a catch-up day. So anything you weren't able to get to throughout the week, you do on Fridays. So that's why I decided folding laundry, because I wasn't able to get to that. And then, of course, I'm going to be cleaning once we get this couch moved, because I'm sure there's all kinds of junk underneath the couch. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this whole week of live clean with me's, and I hope you enjoyed this routine. And definitely check out Clean Mama. You can just Google it, Clean Mama, and she has all kinds of free printables. Follow her on Instagram, and she has a blog, and she has really great tips. One of my favorite tips I used the other day, and I'm telling you guys, it was awesome. If you haven't tried it yet, you need to. It is putting a cotton ball or a cotton pad, putting some essential oil on it, a few drops, and putting it in the canister of your vacuum cleaner. So when you vacuum, it smells really good. I'm still surprised. It still smells really good. Even like the next day, because I didn't empty out the canister when I was done vacuuming the other day. I should have, but I didn't. And even the next day I vacuumed and I could still smell it. So that is a great tip, great little hack. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And next week I will resume regular vlogs. Hopefully I'll be able to get up my cousin's little boy's first birthday video next week. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.